Heather needs a few jobs doing in the house. I'm just helping out.
Well, there's the thing. I thought you were a proper tradesman.
Well, you know what weddings are like. She'll have a load of relatives descending on her. And my clever son couldn't even mend a broken towel rail.
I believe your son's doing very well for himself.
Oh, you mean he's made a bob or two?
Well, I'm just picking up on what I've heard, like.
He's in America at the moment.
Well, congratulations. She's a nice young woman, Heather.
Yeah. Thanks. It should be a good match.
By the way, the name's Cross.
Oh.
Harold Cross.
Oh, Jim Curzon. Well, I'll tell you this much, Harold. I'm more made up with this coming wedding than any of his business dues. I remember what a difference it made to me. Marriage. My good lady wife. She's gone now, unfortunately.
Lost my missus recently.
What, was it Edna? Yeah, I think Heather did mention it. Well, I commiserate.
Well, I tell you what, if you're going to be there all day and you fancy a break, pop across and have a chat. I'm in the bungalow over there.
Oh, cha. I might take you up on that.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Just... Oh, well, that's a relief.
That's been put there on purpose. Kids.
Must have had a sex change. Tracy.
I'm not surprised at that.
Clue?
Tracy Corkill. Little Aussie.
Look, why didn't you tell the truth? I told him straight at work. They know it's not time off for something trivial.
Why are you going to court, Doreen? Oh, it's not me, Mr. Harmon. It's just me mum. She's been done for fiddling the lecky.
But everyone's at it these days.
Not dentists on 20,000 a year.
Hey, there are some of them that aren't above a fiddle, you know.
Not Mr. Harmon, Billy.
Come on, Joe. Time's getting on, you know.
She's still in that toilet.
She's been in and out of there all night.
What's wrong with me waterworks? It's just nerves. Are you ready?
What do you think? I could put on the jacket from my costume.
You look all right. Stop flapping, will you?
We can't all be ice calm. Some of us aren't as used to courts as others.
Yeah, all right.
Look, Mum, go downstairs, please. Make yourself a cup of tea or something, eh?
No, I couldn't really. Just think, I'd never stop running then.
Look, Julia, this is our bedroom. The sooner we get ready, the sooner we can go. So just clear off, all right?
Oh, I think modern living makes you selfish. Old families used to manage in one room. Live and let live in my young day.
Please got to get sorted out today, though, because she can be very shy, and I'll say that even though she is my own mother.
Hey, you look really lovely in that, you know.
Yeah, well, at least we can look respectable. Don't mess it up, eh?
What did Mr. Harmon say, eh?
Stop messing it up.
I decided I will wear the jacket from my costume, but I'll have to swap this jumper for a blouse, or otherwise I'll be just sweating cobs.
But wasn't enough room for all her stuff in Tracy's bedroom, Billy?
Be easy if I changed in here.
Oh, bloody hell.
You are?
Look, it's school you're going to. You're not going to be judged on what you look like, are you?
I'm only there because of you. And don't you forget that, Billy.
Here you are, then. If you and your family want to join a new home watch group, contact the crime prevention officer for your area. Oh, and there's a phone number.
I'll give them a ring, then.
Just see Dad enjoying this.
Taking my name in vain?
This home watch business is right up your street, Papa.
You think so? Why?
Well, you like organising people, leading men over the top, that kind of thing.
He's not the only one who can organise.
You don't realise, Lucy, how much your mother's come on since you've been away.
Don't sound so patronising, Paul.
Mum's come on and Gordon's come out. What a progressive family.
Aren't you meant to be having your interview today?
I am this morning.
What if it doesn't worry you at all?
She's not exactly paralysed by nerves. Look at the amount she's eating.
Christ, it's like being in a zoo. Look, I'm not going to curl up and die just because I've got an interview. I'm confident. Be happy, everybody.
It's all very well to be full of beans.
But what?
Well, you've got to watch that you're not overconfident. Don't overwhelm people. You've a very strong personality, Lucy. It can seem threatening.
So you're saying I'm the last person that you'd employ? Well, thanks, Mum.
Nonsense. Don't be so touchy.
Well, I think I've got a good chance. In fact, I know I've got a good chance.
There are a lot of people out of work. Just trying to be realistic.
Hannah, let's just say good luck. Leave it at that now, eh?
You say there were shelves up there before, then?
Yes, Roger put them out when he moved in. Took them away when he moved out.
Oh, kind of him.
I didn't mind that much, Jim.
Does it make you nervous? With this being the second time round?
Yes, I suppose it does, but it's very different, though, on the other hand.
How about the fellas? Are they different?
Well, Tom's very strong. Roger wasn't. Tom makes a decision, sticks to it. I like that. But I think there has to be some legacy from a first marriage. I'm a lot more wary now, mistrustful. I know it sounds such an old-fashioned word, but I was betrayed.
Well, as far as Tom's concerned, he has done certain things I haven't approved of, but I've always known where I was with him.
Well, yes, of course, but you can never know someone completely, can you?
You love him, don't you?
Yes.
So do I. When you love a person, you accept them. You know, you get a job lot, so to speak. The whole caboodle, the good and bad.
Yeah.
Get married and take things as they come. I think you two can make a go of it.
Yes, I know. You almost said as much the very first time I met you.
And I went on about grandchildren. Bloody cheek at that point.
Yes, it was.
It's not too far-fetched now, though.
You'll be all right then, will you?
Yeah, I can't wait to start, me. I've had this woman going on, you know, making obstacles where none exist. No, I don't think he'll let you down. He's never let me down, anyway.
They're not all the same, that lot, you know.
Kids could do with a fair man.
Oh, there's more there than meets the eye.
Oh, aye. Do you know something I don't?
Oh, just some of the the grandma let slip when they moved in.
Come on, Ralph, you can't leave it at that.
But we'll get this fella sorted out. Come on, in you go. Get your feet in. Come on, get your hands on the wheel. Get up. Look at him.
You've got the mentality of a kid. And what's all this Julia business? Hey!
You all right?
Yes, I think so. You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm okay.
So
I'm not sure about the car.
So sorry, I had no idea that...
I was indicating.
Were you?
Oh, yes, I was, honestly.
Oh, my mind just wasn't on the road. I just didn't expect you to pull in so sharply.
Well, luckily, it's just the lights, eh? Weren't you concentrating?
Well, that's just the way it goes, you know, and your mind's on 100 things and you've got 1,000 other headaches. My mind just mustn't have been on the road.
You shouldn't really admit liability, should you?
I shouldn't, should I?
Big headaches or little ones?
What?
Well, you said you've got headaches, whatever's distracting you from driving.
Oh, no, not headaches. I mean, I've just got a lot on. I'm getting married soon.
Oh, I see. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, this is going to cost 50, 70 quid to put it right. If you set that against losing your no-claims bonus...
Well, you mean leave the insurance out of it?
Well, seeing you've got this terrible thing on your plate, this marriage looming up.
Well, look, if you send me the bill, I'll send you a cheque by return. I'll give you my name and address.
Right. Got a diary somewhere. Please, I think I have. Well, here we are.
Thank you. There is one problem. I could be away on honeymoon.
Well, they don't last long, do they? Not in my experience, anyway.
How many have you had?
Just the one. One was enough.
Well, I'm looking forward to mine.
I shouldn't think you're the only one. I mean, I expect your fiancé is as well.
Shouldn't you take my number?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
No, who's not concentrating?
Got distracted, didn't I? Very distracting people, that.
Manage.
Go through and put the kettle on. I'll be with you in a minute.
We came to ask you round, you know.
There we are. We just have a cup of coffee now. I'll come round to you at tea time.
Oh, excuse me, fascinating, this. Theirs and hers.
Oh, the lists.
Makes a very interesting study. Your son's list of wedding guests put against this of others. I mean, his is just names, dead simple. And hers is full of crossings out and question marks.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Question mark Joyce, question mark Rowena, Lucy C.
Rowena?
Nice name, that. I suppose it's got something to do with the tree.
Yeah. My son's ex-secretary. You say she's down on Heather's list?
Oh, that's a sort of muddle I remember. The same names on both our lists. Do you know, we counted the same people twice.
No, it's nowhere on Tom's. As I said, he's well organised.
Oh, well, that's all right. As long as it's not duplicated. It was the same with me and Grace. The numbers never came out right.
I see you put the kettle on.
I'm holding because you asked me to hold. I'm waiting for James Fleming. Yes, Sales. Well, he should be back by now.
Lucy?
Look, could you... Thank you, I'll try later.
Oh, you had a key. I wasn't sure.
You left the back door open.
Just called over to have a word with Sheila.
You're doing this home watch, aren't you? Tell the police you leave your back door open.
But I'm sure there are worse crimes than that.
You're amazing.
Oh, dear.
Yes, I didn't get the job, as you probably gathered.
Well, there's no need to take it out on me just because I happen to be here. You'll make me wish I wasn't.
You sound like Dad.
I live with him. Something must rub off.
They told me there and then I wouldn't do.
Well, that seems fair enough.
It's the person who put me up to it. He made me think I had a good chance. I thought it was in the bag.
Look, you've had an interview. It's good experience. There'll be lots more interviews. You've got to be tough, Lucy.
Don't worry, Mum, I'm learning to be tough.
What is it? Why are you so upset?
It's just I feel I've been let down. Be all right in a minute.
Oh, I feel terrible.
I know that.
I feel awful dragging you there with me.
We wanted to come with you. What else could we have done?
If I'd have gone there on my own, if I'd looked all helpless, they may not have come down on me like that. They know I'm a pensioner. How could they?
Well, they have. There's no use in going on about it, is there?
It's not the fine. That's not too bad. 250's not that bad.
Oh, well, I heard 700. My stomach did a somersault. Oh, I felt queer. I did, really.
They say we defrauded them or more. It sounds an awful lot to me.
Look, it's finished with. There's no point in an inquest, all right?
Maybe she's right. Perhaps if you hadn't stood up in that court, say that we'd help out a bit.
It was my fault, remember? But if I'd kept my gob shut, you'd have come down on me for that. I can't bloody win here.
Oh, I feel terrible.
Don't keep saying it.
The thought of going home tonight.
Nobody's saying you've got to go tonight.
Remember Tracy, though?
She ain't sharing that room.
You've got no lucky, Mum. We need to get that sorted out.
Oh, the thought of running up another bill with 1,000 hanging over us already.
Stay here till you've got over it. Give us a chance to get it put back home.
If they'll do it.
Is that all right, Billy? Just for a while?
Don't ask me. I'm just the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a load off my mind, really. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll just go upstairs and have a wee. Then I'll nip back home and tell next door what I'm up to, like. And fetch a few bits and pieces back.
We'll manage. It would have been heartless to send her packing. She really is in a state of shock.
Yeah, enough for her to go home and fetch even more clothes to cluster up our wardrobe.
Look, Billy, it'll be cheaper for her to live here with us. She'll be able to save.
All right. But it's bad enough trying to find £1,000 without having to queue for the cardy in your own house, or without finding false teeth all over on the sideboard.
Harry, you'll have to find your raincoat. I don't know where it is.
We're not going until tomorrow.
My wife was the one preparing to go anyway. Take it anyway, she'd say, in case. In case! We were like a couple of pack mules half the time.
Oh, I like to travel light.
Well, they're not full-size trains. Probably they're worried about coping about overloading.
All the same, I think it's wrong to say they're playing at it. I mean, they can't all work for British Rail.
Oh, and anyway, ours have gone downhill. It's insufficient training. No one wants to work their way up. You should start in the goods yards.
Yeah, but goods yard are not existent. Well, they're not now anyway.
Oh, it's all this high technology.
My Tom
Oh,
was
yeah,
only,
he's the villain.
No, I remember going for a job once. To be a guard, in fact. Had this interview in Manchester. And this fella had me sat there, shunting teacups.
Well, nothing changes in life.
And then he said to me, can you come back in a month's time when you're more matured? I'm going to go all over it again.
It's funny, Edna not doing that.
It gets easier, you know, if that's any consolation. But it's the little things that remind you. You know, a tune on the wireless and suddenly it all comes back.
I know. You don't realise, Harry. Not yet, you don't. I mean, I'm a bit concerned about tomorrow.
Give over, will you?
See, Harry went to Festiniog with Edna. I think the memories might prove too much for him.
They were all happy memories, Jim. Even when things went wrong, and normally they did when we went somewhere. We'd even laugh at that. No, I'll enjoy myself tomorrow, Ralph. I mean, after all this effort, I'd be daft if I didn't.
The point is, how do you motivate all these young people after they've gone through their training schemes?
It's all a bit remote from Lucy, darling.
Look, I'll apply for other jobs. Wish you'd find something else to talk about. Tell him your news, for instance.
Do I have any?
Mum's been in contact with the home watchman, and a policeman's coming round to tell us all about it. Everyone's meeting up here. Is it next Monday?
Yes.
When you say everyone.
It will be a bit of a house full, I'm afraid.
Phone?
I'll go. It's all right, it'll be for me. Carol said she'd phone at 1:45. Look, Paul, if you don't want the meeting here, just say so. I won't take it as an insult.
I want the meeting here.
Well, that's arranged then.
Well, not so discouraged that you won't try again?
Of course not.
Lucy, there isn't something else other than this job, I mean. Something you'd rather not talk about?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I don't know what he'll charge, but that conveyancing clerk said he usually got a good fee.
She could have managed with legal aid for all he bloody didn't there this morning.
That's what I criticise, and we know nothing about it. That's why they call a tune. What do we know about the law, eh?
Yeah, all right.
Is your daughter in?
Why, what's up?
He's on the warpath, Billy. When's she coming back?
Go ahead, let's see if your lips move. Late because she's got some non-way.
Well, your daughter left this under my car, so as I think I'd run over someone.
You what?
And that's not the only reason.
Well, what is it then?
We don't even know it's her.
She's got her T-shirt on.
Oh, yeah, that's too. There's wearing that. I'll have that, thanks, Mr. Cross.
What if it is our Tracy's? She could have left it in the close. Some other joker could have come along and moved it.
I've got a dodgy heart, you know. She did that to frighten me.
You don't listen, do you? I've just said, why her?
Because my instinct says it was her.
Well, I think she's got better things to do to go around plaguing an old fella like you.
Is that what you think?
Yes, it is.
You parents want to get your house in order. Learn to say no for once. That's the problem in our society.
Go on, sling you do.
Mind you, discipline's set by example. And from what I gather about you, you couldn't pass it on because you don't know anything about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Gang fights, a murdered brother, or is that some other corkills?
Who's been talking?
A friend of mine.
You go and tell your friend to wash his mouth out.
Go on, get out now. On your bike.
I'll see myself out, thank you.
She must have been talking, though, because I certainly haven't.
I know she's been talking to. I've seen her. The one who does the garb.
Your mam could do with a trip to Mr. Howman. Get that gob of hers wired up.
Hey, she's just on the Gabby side, that's all. I'll speak to Tracy as soon as she comes in.
There's no problem with Tracy. The problem's with your Gabby mother. And you've asked her to come and stay.
Well?
Excellent. That's everything, is it?
No, not quite. I keep finding more. There's some loose tiles in the bathroom. I'll sort them out tomorrow.
Fine. I'll get some supper on, shall I?
Oh, by the way, Heather, remember the time that Tom let me down? He had to go down to Colwyn Bay. We got the message on his answer phone.
Yes, I remember.
Well, Harry Cross was round this afternoon. He found your guest list. I came across that name again. Rowena.
Yes?
If she's a secretary of his, which I very much doubt, she wasn't on Tom's list.
Well, so what? She's on mine, isn't she?
Well, I'll meet her at the wedding then.
No. No, you won't. She can't make it, in fact.
Oh, really? Who is she? She's not somebody who's sweet on it. I mean, some ex-girlfriend he tags along, and you're conniving at it.
Let's leave it, Jim. I'm doing what's been asked of me, that's all.
You're keeping something from me. Well, you are, aren't you?
Tom asked me. He thinks he's got no other choice.
But you're not his puppet, Heather. What do you think?
I think he's very wrong.
Well, in that case, is that an ideal way to start a marriage? Well, is it?
Oh, please leave it.
Look, who is she then, for all this fuss? Look, I'm no softy, you know, Heather. I mean, I can take it if it's something grim. There's good and bad in everyone. Tell me, I'm a grown man. I am his father.
It isn't grim, it's ludicrous. It makes no earthly sense keeping it from you.
Well, then.
She's what you've always wanted, Jim. She's your granddaughter.